joining us here today at the Coast Guard Exchange Store for what we believe is a very, very special event. It's an exciting week of spirit and high energy here at the Academy with the Secretary's Cup football game on Saturday at Cadet Memorial Field, along with home volleyball and men's soccer matches against Merchant Marine. We have a lot to do here today, so we'll get right to it. Today we will showcase for the first time our family of new Coast Guard Bear logos. You see them arrayed around you here to my right and also in front of me, as well as some, quote, state-of-the-art football uniforms that our cadets will wear for the first time this Saturday. Our two first-class football captains, tight end Casey Paris, number 44 to my left, and inside linebacker Kurt Barrett, number 56 to my right, are here showcasing their new apparel. Our team will wear the same Adidas Tech Fit uniforms that are worn by a number of nationally prominent teams, including Notre Dame, UCLA, Texas A&M, Wisconsin, and Michigan, just to name a few. Out here you can see the new logos for this that are going to go in use starting with this current academic year. Our primary mark, which is right in front of me, is our horizontal bear head and accompanying bear's text. Our stylized bear paw, which is here right by our Director of Operations and Mr. Adidas, Art Lamoureux. Our stylized bear paw logo, complete with cutter striping, which has already proven to be very popular among our cadets, and our standalone bear head mark and a new interlocking CGA. Our bear head mark will be, as you can see, on our team's new blue helmets for this year. This isn't just about logos, though. It's about a rebranding initiative for the entire varsity athletic program here at the Coast Guard Academy. At the core of this rebranding initiative is our department's partnership with Adidas America, which was forged with significant assistance from and through the Coast Guard's Community Service Command, which operates exchange stores throughout the Coast Guard system. Special thanks to Captain Bob McKenna, to my left, who heads up the Community Services Command, for their considerable assistance. Captain McKenna and a number of his staff members are here with us today, and I'm here to tell you that this is a tremendous partnership and one that we cherish greatly. Shortly, I'll ask Captain McKenna to join us for a few remarks. A very special thank you goes out to Mr. Chris Rose. Chris isn't with us today. Chris is the graphic designer from the Coast Guard's Reservist magazine who actually created these logos. He's an extremely talented man, someone who dove into this task with a degree of enthusiasm that I've rarely seen in my career. Chris personally researched every college and professional bear mascot in his design work, and we're very proud of the product that he's produced on our behalf. I think he and I discussed them all. There are something like 56 different bear mascots in current use in the NCAA and professional sports. Our bear, as you can see, is very distinctive, and largely due to Chris's research, talent, and attention to detail. And our heartfelt thanks go to him. Moreover, our rebranding is reflective of the positive, affirmative spirit of our program. Over 600 varsity cadet athletes who one day soon will be leaders of character serving our nation in our Coast Guard. Our rebranding and the partnership with Adidas as our department's shoe and apparel provider, and with Community Service Command, is an indication of our desire to provide our cadet athletes with the very best competitive resources we can. We do it to show our gratitude for the service that they will one day render, and frankly, we do it because they deserve the very best. This initiative reflects the guiding principle of our department, which is the perennial question of, does what we're doing positively affect the welfare of our cadet athletes? You may want to ask Casey and Kurt yourself that question, but in this case, I believe it's probably a resounding yes. For us in the athletics department, every day in every way, it's about doing the best we can for our cadet athletes, plain and simple. Our challenge, and it's one that we embrace with energy, discipline, and determination as an athletic department, is to grow our program responsibly, equitably, and consistently, while always reflecting the Coast Guard core values of honesty, respect, and devotion to duty. As always, I want to express our heartfelt and special thanks to Admiral Stowe for her continued strong support of our varsity athletic program and of this rebranding initiative. as well as to our Academy senior leadership team, many of which are here today, and to our coaches and senior staff from the athletic division who've also taken time out of what is a very busy week to join us. Without further delay, it gives me great pleasure to introduce my colleague and friend, Captain Bob McKenna, Coast Guard class of '89, who will make a few comments on behalf of the Community Service Committee.
Good afternoon, everybody. Tim's always a very, very difficult act to follow. I mentioned to him before that whenever he decides to retire out of the athletic gig, we've got a job in the marketing department for Tim. He's certainly been a great partner for us moving forward on this initiative, and I just want to again take a minute to thank you, Tim. There's somewhere behind the uniform here for helping forge this partnership and giving us the ability as the exchange system to make this kind of stuff accessible to the cadets here at the Coast Guard Academy. I think it does a meaningful job of giving them access to a high performance set of athletic gear, certainly a nationally recognized brand, and it raises the stature of the program, and I'm sure it's going to raise the stature of the performance on the field, which is one win. That is definitely a big win for us. The other win for us in terms of this partnership is the better job that we do in the entire exchange system, because the stuff that you see behind me here is going to go out to the remaining 68 stores that we have across the Coast Guard exchange system. So all the men and women in the Coast Guard who are protecting and defending our country every day are going to have the same access to the high quality stuff that you see behind me. And that's the second win. It's not just here at the Coast Guard Academy, but it really this partnership and our work together just makes this stuff more accessible to the folks across the entire country, Puerto Rico, Alaska, anywhere where there's Coast Guard. October 1st, some of this stuff is actually even going to be online. We're going to be launching an online store on October 1st. So that's going to get everybody in the entire organization that's an authorized patron. The third win, so it's a win-win-win, which I don't know if there is such a thing, but maybe we'll trademark that one and sell it in some of the stores. The better job that we do selling stuff in the stores, the profit that we make is turned right back into the MWR dividend that goes out to the men and women in uniform that are at remote locations like Station Keokuk, Iowa. That money shows up for their morale, well-being, and recreation programs. They would not normally get access to those kinds of funds. So we've increased that dividend over the last couple of years. We've actually doubled it from $40 to $80 per person. Our goal within Community Services Command is to reach the $100 mark. And it's initiatives like this that are going to enable us to enhance our delivery of high quality and value products to the men and women in the Coast Guard, and then that just gets turned right back in the form of the MWR dividend. You don't see that anywhere else in the retail world. It really is a closed system, and the better we do to serve the folks that are here, the better we do serving the men and women in uniform. So Admiral Stoves, thank you for giving Mr. Fitzpatrick the latitude to work for us. It may look like it's something for just the Academy, but it truly is going to be a value to everybody in the organization. I do want to point out Dawn Stith and Terry Holman, if you could just raise your hands. They were key members on the staff down at the home office in Chesapeake. Thank you for getting this far. And Artie, like he typically does, is hiding behind the sign there. Artie, I think after you retire out of the athletics gig, we've got a job for you in our merchandising department down in Chesapeake as well. So with that, I'll turn it back over to Tim. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain McKenna, and to all of you who have joined us here today. Many thanks for your time and your interest. Now you can do what you really came here for, which is to go buy your new Adidas Coast Guard gear. Have a nice day. Thank you.